I'm going to introduce myself and give time for a few more folks to join us that have signed up for this webinar. I'm Dr. Manon Fielding with Ask Me Anything Aging, and this webinar is part of our educational series on holistic aging to inform you about what you can do to remain healthy, hormonally balanced, and reverse your biological age naturally and holistically with minimal medical supervision. This is being recorded live and it will be interactional. So if you want to ask questions or I'll give you opportunity during the webinar, or you can leave questions in the comments where it's on a couple of different platforms. So you may not see everyone on there because YouTube doesn't allow that. But anyway, let's get started with today's topic. I just want to go over today's quote. And aging is not lost youth, but a new stage of opportunity and strength. Repeat that. Aging is not lost youth, but a new stage of opportunity and strength. Betty Friedan. And if you don't know who Betty Friedan is, don't feel bad. I'm probably dating myself because she was in the feminist movement way back when, but very important figure in the feminist movement. So I hope to provide an incredible opportunity for you guys today, and I look forward to answering your questions and working with you during this webinar. Let's get started. And we're going to qualify this a little bit, so don't watch this unless you are what I call an unperson. You are unwell, you know something is not right in your body or mind, but you don't know how to fix it, and you know that there are better ways than self-medicating and quashing the symptoms. You may be unhappy. You may feel happy at times, so it doesn't mean you have to be unhappy all the time, but there's an undercurrent of unhappiness and dissatisfaction with your life because it's not exactly how you envisioned it would be, and you feel stuck and unable to change it. And this can be physical or emotional in various ways. And unmedical, meaning that you know deep down that there may be better ways to treat some of the issues that you're dealing with than prescription drugs and medical care that have so many side effects, but you really don't know how to do it yourself and you don't know where to go for help. So a lot of us try things that our friends or someone on Facebook says, oh, this worked for me for weight loss or this or that, and you try it. And you know what? Maybe it will work, but a lot of times it doesn't, because it really is not just a one-hit problem, any of it. Weight loss is definitely a major example that takes a multidisciplinary approach. And it's very hard to navigate through this yourself. Now, I have been through this myself. I had lots of coaching and lots of help, and I am now sharing that with you. All right, let's get started and see what else we can find out. All right, so this program is called Relieve, Renew, Reignite. So the topics that we're going to go over today are: 1, is this for you? 2, what are the common issues that you're dealing with? 3, what is holistic care and dispelling common myths and fears? 4, what our program does differently for you than traditional medical management. 5, what our program includes, including your bonuses for today. 6, how does our program work? So what can you expect if you become part of this? 7, how has it worked for others? I'll give you a couple of testimonials. And 8, will it be successful for you? I mean, that's the big question. Is this for you? And can you be successful in it? And for the most part, for 99% is going to be yes. And how can you sign up and get those bonus offers today so that you can get started as soon as possible? So this is where most of us started, and myself included. And my biggest issues were definitely insomnia. I had a lot of problems with sleep. I had a lot of irritability where I would get upset and angry for no reason at all. And like a little while later, I'm like, what? Why did that bother me so much? Or I had up and down with the sexual feelings, either too much or too little, and anxiety. Oh, big time anxiety. And I had panic attacks for the first time in my life when menopause started for me. And another big one that isn't on here, well, I have headaches on there, but I had really severe migraines during perimenopause, being so sick, having to go to the hospital. So I can definitely relate. Are there any other ones that I left off this list that you experience? Put it in the chat box. You think I got all of them? Yeah. I mean, I think I pretty much covered the bases there. So think for a minute where you want to go. This is where you are. Where is it that you want to go? A lot of us get so caught up during this time, and our focus is so much on pain and dysfunction and these things that are happening in our life that seem to be a little bit difficult to handle. We start feeling overwhelmed that we don't really take the time to reflect about what we would do with our lives if things were different, if we didn't have any of these things going on. And I promise you that that is something you're going to have to deal with if you join this program. You're going to have to start thinking about where you want to put your energy and move forward in that. When I was in my 60s, I decided to go back to school. I was feeling a lot better and I felt like my brain was functioning, and I went back to school and got a second degree in counseling. And I'll talk about that a little more later. But these are things that happen in your life when you become healthy and happy and have that energy. So just give that some thought. So if you're still with me on this webinar after the first few slides, I want to thank you for being here, and I really appreciate it. It shows that you're ready for some change and maybe to break free of some of those negative patterns and have a change in your life. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So we're going to talk for a minute about facts and myths. And these are just a few that we're going to talk about today, and I'm going to go through the list, but I want you to put in the chat if there are any others that come to your mind when you think about holistic practitioners, and ones that you may have met or spoken to, or just thoughts that you have or what you've been told. And I'd really like to know what they are. So these are a few that we're going to talk about today. One, I have a doctor. Why do I need a holistic practitioner? So that's I hear that a lot. Holistic medicine is not strong enough for my problems. My problems are beyond what you could handle. 3, that all I need is either HRT, BHRT, meaning the estrogen, and that will solve all my problems. I don't need anything else. 4, it's too expensive. I can't afford it. And 5, it's not evidence-based. It's just too hooey, up woohoo, kind of thing. Because you may have grown up in a very medically oriented environment. All right, so let me see, is there any other ones that you have thought of? Yeah, so another one that just wrote in is holistic practitioners don't have the qualifications. They advertise and put out these programs and they don't have the background or knowledge or experience to really be doing what they're doing. And that may be true for some, but the actual truth is that many of them, including myself, have extensive training and experience and knowledge. And it is kind of up to us to figure that out and to look at that. And it's a valid question, and you should definitely ask that if you look at another program or look at another practitioner. It's important. It's important even for the doctors, that you shouldn't just accept a doctor at their word. Like what is their background in this particular area? Do they really understand hormonal imbalance? Do they understand some of the things that you're going through? And it's important really with any kind of care that you get from outside. So one of the things that we teach in our program is how to decipher those kind of things, and what you can do for yourself and what you need to have outside. And medical profession excels at diagnostics, acute care. If you have an accident, you're not going to go to a holistic practitioner right away, right? So there are a lot of things, you just have to understand what are the strengths of different types of practitioners. Okay, that was a good one. Thank you for adding that. All right, so let's take a look at the next one. I really like my doctor. And you may love your doctor and always believed in medical care, but when you hit menopause, sometimes you have different thoughts about it, and you are feeling concerned about going against their advice. They seem to know what they're talking about. They're very confident about it, but then you're not feeling so great. So maybe, you just start questioning things, and that I've been through that. I completely understand. And, the important thing is, like I mentioned earlier, your doctor will always have a place in your world. And there's no reason to fire your doctor, but we're a specialist in what we do in holistic care. And having a coach who is very knowledgeable about holistic treatment, about hormonal balancing and anti-aging can work side by side and know when to use one and when to use the other. And hormonal balancing and anti-aging information, another thing is that it's just changing so rapidly that many doctors aren't able to keep up. They know what's told to them by pharmaceutical companies, but they don't have time, and may not be their area of expertise to know the research, the latest research, and really keep up with it. And that's something that we do. We keep up. It is our specialty, and that is essential to me. Okay, what about this myth? Natural care isn't strong enough to help me with my mental emotional issues, that they're not going to respond. Well, the last client who told me that went on psych meds, and a few weeks later, she was so much worse. The meds made her physically ill with convulsions, dizziness, night sweats, and other symptoms. And she ended up just stopped taking them and fell back into depression. So the important thing to understand here is holistic care does not have these kind of side effects. And two, that psych meds and hormonal imbalance are often kind of at odds with each other. And natural supplements are plenty strong and can really help restore calm and balance to the body and the brain. And mild to moderate anxiety and depression actually respond very well in our program. It's not only about supplements, it's also about your mind-body connection and a lot of the self-healing tools that we use that complement the supplements and doing them together that give the best results. Well, here's another one, myth number 3. I just need HRT and increased estrogen, and that will solve all my problems, and I'm going to stay on it forever. So HRT has helped many, many women, and there is some definite benefit, and it works best when it's used for a short period of time when you have the worst symptoms, in addition to using other things that you then will help to balance your body so that you're not dependent on the HRT. That's when it does its best work. But the important thing to hear is that when you keep giving estrogen for a long period of time, your body changes, and sometimes you develop this condition of estrogen dominance, too much estrogen. And these are some of the symptoms. It includes weight gain, which goes around the abdomen, hips, and thighs, brain fog, insomnia, fatigue, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, very serious autoimmune condition that is caused by getting too much estrogen, and other symptoms. So it takes different kind of more comprehensive testing and understanding that you have to balance the hormones properly. And if you're going to be on HRT, you need to do different kinds of tests like the Dutch Complete, and you need to test regularly over a period of time to make sure that you're not going to end up with this estrogen dominant condition. And the earlier that it's detected, the less aging effect it will have. That's another thing that we do differently. What about myth number 4? That holistic practitioners aren't qualified. So the truth is that most holistic practitioners are highly trained and hold credentials in their respective fields and have additional training in holistic approaches. So, in terms of what I do, I have been a holistic chiropractic physician since 1994. In chiropractic school, I had a year of holistic nutrition, and it was a very important part of our program. In addition, I have the 30 years that I've been in practice, we have to take 24 hours a year. I've had many new holistic courses that I've taken over those many years and have gotten certified in a number of them, multiple certifications in a variety of nutritional and herbal medicines, posture correction, exercise therapies, various energy healing modalities, and just most recently in life coaching. And I also have a master's in counseling. As I mentioned, I went back to school and got that in 2020. And I am a certified spiritual coach with the energy codes, all of which are incorporated into this program. So those are some of the myths, and the truth is that natural medicines and holistic healing actually often work better with a minimal amount of side effects. And the solutions that we use are proven by research to be highly effective. We use evidence-based care to balance hormones and all the symptoms of menopause, andropause, and general aging. So it's important, though, like I was saying earlier, to work with someone who's knowledgeable and educated, because there are some side effects to some of the supplements and herbs and nutrition and different diets. There's also interaction of herbs with certain medications if you're on medications. And there's also, like I was mentioning earlier, that the whole point of being holistic is not just about supplements. It's looking at your lifestyle, your exercise, diet, and a whole range of different healing modalities that contribute to our complete healing of anything that is a problem with us, whether it's hormone imbalance related or other things that may have started earlier in life. So, and it's very difficult to do this all on your own. So our program is research-based, customized, and guaranteed to have minimal side effects. So you really don't have anything to lose in joining us. And I'm going to show you how it works. So step 1 is relief. That's the most important thing at the beginning. You just need to get relief from a lot of the symptoms. So from day 1, you're going to feel appreciation and gratitude that you're being cared for, and knowing that we're going to take you step by step. You don't have to think it through. We're going to help you go through it each step of the way, and it's self-paced. So you go through the process of healing. We're going to help change your mindset of wellness, health, and vitality. And we're going to do whatever we need to do to help you relieve some of the worst symptoms. So this is going to require a lot of paperwork and testing. And I hope that you feel hopeful and excited, because finally your problems are being addressed in a very real level, not just surface the way most are in the medical model. And in the second stage, we're going to work on renewing your body, mind, and spirit, so you can start healing from the inside out and start reversing your biological age, cell by cell. And you're going to learn a lot of self-healing techniques. We're going to talk about spiritual principles of connecting your mind, body, spirit. And it's a very unique, experiential, immersive course and coaching program. So as you work through this part of the program, you're going to start feeling more empowered about all areas of your life. You're going to have more confidence. You're going to have less physical and emotional symptoms, more energy and vitality, and hopefully a renewed sense of peace and well-being. So how is this sounding so far? I mean, I would be excited if someone had offered me this program when I was in menopause. But anyway, the final part of the program is about reigniting your purpose, your passion, your prosperity. And it's going to take you up to a whole new level of spiritual, holistic wellness. And at this stage, you're going to start feeling that you get your creativity and imagination back, because you're able to focus on a new sense of purpose in alignment with your life. Remember at the beginning, I was saying, like, what are you going to do when you don't have to be dealing with all these symptoms and you have more energy and your passion, you start having more passion for your life? What is that going to mean to you? And this is where it will come in. We're going to do training, human design coaching. I don't know if you've ever heard of human design, but we're going to do your chart and give coaching on that and help you map out a future that's really in better alignment with who you really are. A truly holistic way of looking at your future and what you're capable of as an amazing, competent, and healthy woman. The magic key in our program is the comprehensive holistic care, because we're addressing causes of your physical and emotional issues and while relieving the symptoms naturally. So it's going to leave you in a whole different place than you probably have ever been. So I'm just going to give you a couple of examples of a couple of women that went through our program, and there are different ways that we have deal with physical and emotional issues. They often go together, but they may be separate. And Rebe was someone who had a lot of depression, anxiety, PTSD that worsened with hormonal balance. And let's see how that went for her. So through a customized program of hormonal balancing and natural supplements, coaching, and self-healing tools, Rebe really did improve significantly. And she had severe anxiety and hormonal imbalance, and her words, and I'll tell you a little bit more about where she's at now after. So she wrote that Manon is unlike any professional I've gone to before. I've tried many different therapists, coaches, and healers without a lot of benefit. I never felt comfortable, and it was difficult to be vulnerable and honest, but Manon creates an environment where you feel you can be open and not judged. She's understanding, knowledgeable, patient, and kind. Because of past trauma, I was anxious and depressed and felt completely hopeless. It was difficult to make decisions because I was so stuck in my head. I highly recommend this program to everyone, and I'm so appreciative of all the self-healing tools and guidance she's given me. So Rebe went on, one of the things, she had a lot of difficulty in a relationship as well as with work. And she was stuck in a job that she really didn't like, and was making decent money, but not what she wanted, what she was worth. And she was afraid to take her job to the next level. She had been offered other work that she felt a lot of severe anxiety about. And she also had some personal issues in a relationship. And so she went on to be able to get that job that was a lot better within the same company, earning a lot more money, and being able to kind of get over that anxiety, because she had to do a lot more talk in front of people. I think that was the major issue she was having, and she went on to be able to do that just fine. And she was able to resolve the issues in her relationship and get married, and really enjoying travel and her life at this point. And Roz was in a completely different area of her life. She was a little older. She was suffering from multiple addictions of cigarettes and marijuana in a very codependent relationship, and was starting to have a lot of mental and physical health issues with breathing because of cigarettes, having insomnia, night sweats, joint pain, and more. And she said, Dr. Manon is amazing. I have learned so much in this program about myself, how to interact with others, and how important my mind, body, and spirit alignment is to health and well-being. I came to realize that the negative circuits between our body and brain are what drive us to repetitive and addictive behaviors. I learned how important it is that we take care of our body and listen to what it has to say, and how holistic supplements can be more effective than the medications I was taking. This program has really transformed my life and my physical and emotional well-being. Happy healing. Well, Roz was able to get out of that relationship. She moved to another state. She's in a new relationship with the love of her life, doing so much better mentally. Physically, she's still having some issues, and I have actually continued to work with her a little bit on that. But because of the cigarettes and marijuana, for years of ignoring that, she ended up getting stage of emphysema. And there are just some things that, she certainly wishes she had started a program a long time before that, but you can only start where you are. So she's doing a lot better, but that the earlier you start this process, the better off you're going to be. So as I mentioned, the holistic healing emphasizes the connection between your mind, body, and spirit. And when any of those are out of balance, it can manifest as physical illness, emotional distress, mental turmoil. And by addressing all these dimensions of our being, we can actually achieve true healing and well-being beyond anything that we can do with just taking a prescription drug. So this is our blueprint for how we help people heal themselves. We're not doing the healing, you're doing the healing. We have a unique blend of science and spirituality, and we use the latest research, and everything that we do is based on the latest research, generally in the last 5 years, and we combine it with spirituality. So we do comprehensive hormonal testing and hormonal balancing, and you get your first supplements all as part of the program. It's all included. We also do a full symptom survey of your entire body, and we'll make recommendations on other things that you might need to take or help to enhance, like let's say you have digestive issues or you have something that's maybe a little bit outside of the hormonal realm and it's causing a lot of problems. We're going to help you work on that as well. Multiple self-healing tools that you'll use forever. Just as an example, one of them is Heart Math, which helps you connect your heart brain with your thinking brain, which makes a huge difference in helping your hormonal balance with anxiety and overwhelm. Just an unlimited amount of improvement that can come from that. Meditation, EFT, all kinds of self-healing tools that we're going to teach you that you'll be able to use forever. We do relationship and life coaching. So each woman is unique in the problems and things that are going on in their life, and we're going to help you work through that. We have a customized lifestyle program with diet, exercise, breathing that we're going to work with you if you need. Some women actually need menus because they don't really know what they're supposed to be eating or how to eat on a regular basis. So we're going to help you work through that. Spiritual development training, anti-aging. So this is one thing, like towards the end of the program, we'll talk a little bit, we're going to do some work on anti-aging. And I have found that on the internet, especially on YouTube, there are a lot of things that are being promoted for anti-aging that have only been tested on mice. And they're selling it for extravagant amount of money, and people are buying it and taking it, and maybe it does help. I don't really know, but you know what? I would prefer to be taking something that actually has been tested on humans, and there are quite many things that I do for anti-aging support that have been tested, that stood the test of time, and that will definitely help you reverse your biological age. And this is all done in 12 self-paced course modules, and we give you 1 year of coaching support. So we're going to make sure that you get well and you get to a point where you can really be empowered to do this on your own. These are the 3 most important parts of our secret sauce. treating the whole woman, not the condition or individual body parts. This is huge. Customizing the program to your needs, because every woman has a unique body, has had a unique history, has unique desires and unique things that they want. It's unique in combining the spirituality with the latest scientific research. So it really doesn't matter what your problem is. It could be weight, it could be anxiety, it could be hot flashes, it could be all of the above. They will all respond to this program because we're treating the whole person. So let me ask you, are you ready to stop blowing in the wind, trying all kinds of herbs, trying this that some person recommended to you, or trying different medications, practitioners, without having a guide that really understands all of this, that can help lead you through this process? Or are you ready to get into a program that's going to really nurture you back to health and help heal you from the inside out, so that you can regain the joy, the emotional freedom, and the physical well-being that is really all of our birthright? That's what I'm here to do for you. So I know it's scary to do something new, but the guarantee that we offer is that we're not going to accept your case unless we know that you'll have significant improvement in your life. There's no reason for us to waste our time or to say that we can help you when we can't. And that's just not the way we do things. I want to remind you of 3 critical things: that it is self-paced, so don't tell me you're too busy, because anybody can do this. And that there are payment options to fit your budget, so don't tell me it's too expensive. And I know that you can do this. You can do this. All right. So this is very exciting that today we're offering a bonus of a lifetime membership. And these are also additional bonuses, and I'm going to explain what comes with the lifetime membership. So all the supplements that you need to start your program for hormonal balancing. A heart math inner balance trainer. It's like a biofeedback tool that you put on your phone that's going to help you with the heart math and help you with anxiety, depression, and all kinds of emotional issues. A self-love journal that we're going to be working on together. We're going to guarantee that you'll have some improvement. We're going to give you a personal human design chart and coaching session separate from our regular program. And you get promotional discounts on your additional supplements and coaching. So after the 1 year of coaching, instead of having an additional membership fee subscription, yours is going to be lifetime, so you will not owe additional money for that. And we're only accepting 5 women this month. I don't know if we have any opportunities still open right now, but if the worst case scenario, you'll start on the following month. We'll give you that information after you sign up, and we look forward to working with you. Today, if you have any additional questions, please put them in the comments or the chat box. Don't let this health changing moment slip away. I want you to have the peace, love, joy, and health that are your birthright. And I know how hard it is to do it alone. So let us be there with you to provide that support and guidance. And you know that you're not going to do all this on your own. It takes, not only the guidance and support, but someone to be accountable to. That really helps a lot. So this is the website at menopause.askmeanythingaging.com. You need to go there now, choose your payment option, and sign up right away. All right. I look forward to meeting you. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. So how much is this program? We are offering this lifetime membership for only $2,997, which is really pretty amazing when you consider that most programs that are, there isn't even a program that does what we do, but anything similar costs that much for 12-week programs. That's what I've seen and what I've been told by our clients. At menopause.askmeanythingaging.com, you can make full payment or financing options. You have Klarna you can finance it, or you can make the full payment. Sign up at menopause.askmeanythingaging.com. And I'm told that we have 2 spots left in our lifetime membership as of today, so don't wait.